Namaste. This DVD is a DVD concerning the chakras. We're going to do some asana work for the chakras. Mainly we're going to be meditating upon the chakras. The chakras lie deep within the spine. There's 7 main chakras. To maintain chakra alignment while meditating, we'd like to maintain spinal alignment. Sit with a straight spine, lifting through the low rib cage area, settling your shoulders, allowing your neck to lengthen, and then establish your ujjayi breathing. On the exhale, empty from the bottom to the top, maintaining that length of spine, especially your lumbar length. Inhale then from the bottom up. As you inhale from the bottom up, you're filling the chakras from the bottom to the top. Right on up through the throat chakra into the brain, 6th and 7th chakras. As you exhale, you maintain that spinal alignment, the chakra alignment. Exhale, belly back, little ribs in. Push the air out from the bottom to the top, maintaining length of spine. Twice more. Inhale from the bottom up, filling the spine energetically, filling the chakras energetically as you draw up on the inhale. Then as you exhale, maintain that alignment, maintain that chakra alignment, the spinal alignment. And last breath with this ujjayi here. Inhale from the bottom to the top up. Hold the air in for just a moment. Feel that buoyancy of the spine, the energy moving up through the spine. Exhale, maintain that length of spine.
And now allow your breath to go on to its own rhythm. As you do so, pause to consider within your truest intention for this particular practice session, in which, as Bob's describing, we'll be focusing into your chakras. It may be the case that as you take your focus inward, that you're aware that there's one particular chakra or area of the body that is concerning you the most, and as such, you might keep that primary in your intention setting just now. But whatever's the case, with your focus inward and contacting your truest intention, will come from this space as we offer our voices together in gratitude to the path of Hatha Yoga with its sound. Inhaling. Hari Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Now one more thing before we do some asana, and that would be to work on the Mula bandha. The Mula bandha is working on the bottom 2 chakras. It's very deep muscles inside the pelvis, pubocategeal muscles. What we'd like to see is a small contraction of the very base of the pelvis. Try this as we exhale. Exhale, at the end of the exhale, squeeze the muscles between the anus and the sexual organ area. Just gently inhale, release it. Now the Mula bandha can be done at any time in the breath. Practice it one more time at the end of exhale. Exhale, little muscles at the base of the pelvis, squeeze gently. You're directing the energy up with that Mula bandha action. Inhale. Now we're going to try it one more time at the end of an inhale this time. Exhale, empty. So this is a subtle contraction. Inhale and we'll do it. Inhale. Hold the air in for a moment. Apply the Mula bandha. Anus muscles react a little bit. Lower rectus abdominis reacts a little bit, but it's in the middle there. And release and exhale. Now we're going to bring some of this concept with us as we do further work. Now we're going to continue the practice. We're going to work with the Mula bandha a little bit as we work on the first chakra with a few postures. First chakra is Sahasrara Chakra.
So centering your focus into the root of your chakra system, and from this perspective, we're going to take our way into a downward facing dog. So stepping the legs a leg length back away from the hands, bending the knees to lift up the sit bones. In doing so, we're keeping that first chakra, our root chakra, lifted, and as such, engage Mula bandha. Now the elbows are wrapping in and the shoulders are sliding as usual in your down dog. And you're feeling that you're drawing this energy into the root. And one more breath here. Now releasing from the position, step your right leg forward for a pyramid posture, Parsvottanasana. Still drawing that right hip back and pressing left hip forward, maintaining the long, tall spine. And again, engaging through Mula Bandha may assist you in drawing the tailbone up and back and taking this energy into the root center. One more breath here. Now as we release, we'll pivot the feet forward and still hinging at the hips, folding forward. We're emphasizing the lifting of Mula Bandha, and as such we're engaging to draw energy into that first chakra. And one more breath here. As you release, turn to pivot your way to the left side for pyramid. Drawing that left hip back, pressing right hip forward, and maintaining the long, tall spine. An engagement of Mula Bandha, or the root block, assists you in working through the core connection so that that spinal length may be maintained. In this way, we're drawing energy into the root, helping to provide us with greater awareness of abundance that is healthy and wealthy within. One more breath. And as you release, step the left leg back into your downward facing dog yet again with a high lift of the hips. Engagement of Mula Bandha assisting you in lifting the tailbone up further to draw in energy into the root. And having done so, one more breath here. And we'll release into a prayer position, still with the hips lifted up high, and the head coming down to the ground. Further emphasis in Mula Bandha with one more contraction. And from here, we'll release.
And now let's come to a standing position. Round down. As you stand, we're going to now be working on a few second chakra postures. They're going to be 3 one-legged balances to each side. Sahasrara Chakra, second chakra, upper portion of the sacrum. So we're going to start with tree. This is a set of 3. Spread your feet a little bit, shift slightly side to side. We'll start by standing on our left foot first. As you shift toward the left, take your right foot into tree pose. As you take that right foot in, you have numerous choices where the right foot goes. It could go to the inner knee, it could go up higher in the groin, or it could be a half lotus. Now as you're here, wrap the outer left hip around, ground down through that second chakra. Feel your roots rooting down, the leg, that standing leg rooting down like a tree. As you root down, then you're able to grow up out of it like the trunk of the tree, and then finally the hands could come on up like the leaves or the branches of the tree. One more breath here, rounding through the standing leg, feeling your rooted connection, and then release. Now swing that front leg forward, the right leg forward. Your left hand's going to come onto the right knee, the right foot to the inside of left inner knee, twist back right. Now as you twist back right, it's the upper body that turns, not the low body. So we stay grounded through the first, second chakras. You stay grounded through the standing leg. As you twist, the gaze eventually turns, but you want to fix it on certain points as you start to turn. The left outer hip continues its stability. Second chakra is still there. One more breath. Exhale, turn just a little tiny bit more. And then release. One further pose on this left leg. Your right leg's going to come up and around into Garuda. Now for some people, that right foot may not wrap behind the calf. Ideally it does. It could dangle slightly behind. In the full Garuda, we're going to take our left elbow on top, right elbow underneath. Your hands go up, fingers of the right hand to the palm of the left, bend into the left leg. That's very demanding on your standing leg as you lift up through the forearm. Couple more breaths. Still Wrapping that outer left hip around, not letting the left knee fall inward as you bend down into it. Forearms are lifting. And one more breath. Ground down as you lift up. Bending a little bit lower into the standing knee. And then release and come out and feel the swirl effect all through the whole body and chakra system. Take just a few breaths. You can do forward bend as a rest or standing forward position. And then let's shift to the second side. Is grounding down before doing the second side. As you shift to the second side, we'll take the left foot to the inner right thigh. Again, your choice where that left foot goes exactly. Tree to the second side. Feel like a tall tree, whatever you can relate to as a tree, an evergreen tree, an oak tree, any tree that you can relate to. Ground down through that standing leg, the outer right hip grounds. The left hip opens, the pelvis settles right over the standing foot, and then the hands could come on up. So be a magnificent tree. Feel how you can connect well into the ground, and of course the tree needs the nourishment from the ground. Feel the nourishment that you can gain by rooting down as you then expand up. One more breath, reach through, and then release, and you're going to bend that right knee just slightly as you take the left foot forward, right hand onto left knee. You're going to twist your upper body, your low body stabilizes, the outer right hip stabilizes as you twist your upper back and around to the left. A couple more breaths. The key is that as you turn your upper body, that the right hip doesn't turn. The right knee doesn't fall inward. One more breath, breathe through. Your gaze eventually looks around a little further and further, but you need to find points of focus as you start to turn it. And then release from this twisted position and come up and around with the left leg around the right. As you do so, you're going to bend that right knee further. Ideally, the left foot goes behind the right calf. Your right elbow's on top for the Garuda. Fingers of the left hand in the palm of the right. Forearms are coming up, and then you're bending down into that right knee, opening the right knee in this demanding pose, Garuda pose. A couple more breaths here. Settle into it. So it's like a big eagle. And one more breath. Settle down into it. Still grounded though. Reaching through, and then come up out of it for the finish of the second chakra work. And then ground down with 3 breaths.
Getting ourselves more connected into the root and drawing that upward into the created, generative second chakra. Now we'll be able to shift up into the third chakra and some focus into some strengthening core work. As you do so, we'll come onto our back.
This chakra is Manipura chakra.
And our approach to coming onto the back will be from a seated Dandasana. Again, it will be helpful for you to engage Mula bandha, to keep security and engagement into the low abdominals, and as we're here, we'll free up the arms and reach them forward, and slowly and with control, we curl back down. If at any point, like now, if you start to feel low back strain, come back up already, and otherwise we'll proceed onward as we slowly uncurl vertebrae by vertebrae until gradually we're back and onto the ground again. Now, as you draw your way back up, again, engage through Mula bandha as you reach. And having drawn your way back up, we'll shift the arm position, taking the arms up and overhead. Curling through the low back, flexing, deep connection through the entire core, Mula bandha as well as rectus abdominis, psoas and transversus abdominis supporting you in the slow and controlled movement downward to the ground. As you come back up again, engage through Mula bandha and the core to draw your way upward. And our final arm position will be with the hands clasping at the elbows. If these advancements in arm positions are too much, you can stay with the prior level. Again, re-engaging through Mula bandha to slowly curl back and down. Slowly with control, vertebrae by vertebrae connection, until slowly we come downward to the ground, and again to draw back upward. Engage through Mula bandha, deep connection through And having established the core in this way, we'll build upon it in our next practice of boat posture. With the hands underneath the thighs, rock your way back into seated position on the tailbone and the two sit bones. As you're here, maintain the lifting of the low rib cage and the sternum away from the pelvis. You're welcome to stay with your developmental edge as you're able to, keeping this long, slow, deep breathing. That might mean that you can release the arms and hold steady with this bent knee boat, or that over time you may develop and extend through the knees, as well as reaching the arms up and overhead. Holding steady in the boat position, allowing your deep core connection to help to strengthen you through the solar plexus. And one more breath. Now as you release from the posture, give yourself a gentle break, hinging at the hips to fold forward, easing out the backside of that third chakra. Any gentle movements are welcome.
Now from here we're going to do spinal twist for the third chakra area, where we'll be pulling across the abdominal muscles into the low back area of the third chakra. Straighten your right leg out. You're going to take your left foot in. If you've got an easy half lotus, do that. You're going to take that left foot across to the edge of the right hip joint. The other position would be to the inside of the thigh. Now we're going to twist left first. Take your right hand to the left knee, your left hand straight behind you. You're grounding down through that left sitting bone, through both sitting bones, lift up through the low ribs, and then your abdominals are pulling across the left. Your left shoulder blade draws back down. Your right shoulder doesn't get too far forward. Keep the neck alignment at the same time. One more breath here as you twist left. Exhale, lift the spine, and then turn into the left side. Abdominals coming across, the left scapula drawing back. Now same leg position, we're going to twist to the right. Take your left hand across to the outer right shin. Your left hand's going to swing behind the back, the right hand behind the back. The right hand could stay on the floor behind you, or as you see with Ki, onto the shin or onto the thigh with the right hand. In either of these three arm positions, your spinal length is maintained. You see the lift of Ki's neck and whole spine. The abdominal muscles are pulling across right. One more breath. Exhale, so it's a nice action for the third chakra area, the squeezing of the backside muscles there as well as the front side muscles. And then release from that direction of the twist. We're going to switch legs now. Take your left leg forward, bend the right knee. Your choice where that right foot goes, depending on your hip and knee flexibility. And we'll twist back right again. Now this is an easier direction with the bent knee. You go with the bent knee. As you see Ki, the right hand swings and can get to the foot. If she's got the half lotus, it could get to the thigh if you didn't have half lotus, or behind onto the back. You see the backside muscles contracting here. And one more breath as we twist up and around to the right, maintaining the length of spine and jive breathing throughout. And then release that direction of twist. And one more twist. We'll have the same leg position as you twist up and around to the left. Your right hand to the outer left shin, or to the foot as you see with Ki. The left hand's either on the floor or behind onto the right thigh or onto the shin. And a couple more breaths here. Lift up through, your abdominals are pulled across, helping to wake up that third chakra area and your low back. And one more breath. Inhale, breathe in and up through. And exhale and turn, completing the third chakra work here. And then release and come out. We're going to come onto our back and go into fourth chakra work, Anahata chakra.
As we shift into this work, draw your way onto your back, and we'll begin with some supported bridge positions. Walk the feet in by the hips, and as you do so, press to lift the hips upward. Maintaining a neutral curve throughout the neck. As you begin the process of opening the heart space, slide the shoulders underneath your back, and pressing upward, calling upon strong core, making sure all feels well before we proceed onward. One more breath in Bandha. And as you release, you can draw your way back down and give yourselves a gentle hug, drawing the knees in towards the chest. Building upon this with strengthening activities, we'll be lifting one leg at a time next. Walk the feet again back in by the hips and press and lift the hips upward. Sliding the shoulders underneath the back, emphasizing the openness of the heart space. And as you do so, we'll draw that right leg up, and with the foot flexed and slightly laterally rotated, we'll lower the legs down until the two thighs are parallel. Breathing as you're reaching through, efforting towards keeping both sides of the pelvis in that same horizontal plane. The tendency often for us is to collapse into one side, and instead, as Bob's demonstrating, that clear lifting of both legs in such a way that the two femurs are parallel. As you release it, so come on back down with the right leg, and shifting to the second side. Drawing that left leg upward, flexing the foot and taking that lateral rotation, lowering the left leg until the two thighs are parallel. Breathing as we reach through, and here you can see that even symmetry through the two sides of the pelvis as Bob's demonstrating. Opening up through the heart space, and still maintaining a nice neutral neck alignment, not just flatten the neck curve, but a gentle stretch in the neutral. One more breath here, and Bob will release from this position and come on down through the back. And as you do too, give yourselves just a gentle break, hugging the knees into the chest, making sure the low back is prepared for the full back bend, the chakrasana that is to follow. Name of the posture, wheel posture, are named for the chakras in general, creating a large wheel-like structure throughout the whole body. With the feet in by the hips, we press and lift the hips up. The hands come underneath the shoulders and pressing upward onto the hands, extending through the spine. You may lift up on the heels as you gradually press through to open the heart ever more, releasing the head downward into neutral relationship, and observing Bob as he's doing that. That is to say, not to overly contract the head in either direction, backwards in extension or forward in flexion, but to keep the ears right between the arms as you open that heart. And as we release from the position, we'll come on back down. And as you do, let's draw the right knee into the chest, circling it around. Cross that right knee over to the left. Opening up through the right side of the low back, making sure all is well from the back bending practice before we move onward. Gradually, you can start to take the eye gaze over to the right, emphasizing the twist through the neck as well, starting to channel this fourth chakra energy upward into the fifth chakra. We'll release and untwist on that side and reversing to the second side. Left knee drawing inward and crossing over, making sure that the low back is happy with the work so far, and then turning the head and eye gaze over to the left, twisting through the neck, making sure the neck is also happy, able to draw that energy from the fourth chakra up and into the throat chakra. One more breath here, and we'll release, and coming on back from the position.
We're moving up now into the Shuddha chakra, the fifth chakra. We're going to do shoulder stand and plow. So come on to your back. If you need support for the shoulders, an extra blanket or so, please find that now. And as you come onto your back, we'll watch Ki. She's going to raise the hips and then raise all the way up to shoulder stand. Now in shoulder stand, the shoulders walk under, as you see. Ideally, the elbows don't splay out too far. They're underneath. The legs are perpendicular to the floor. Obviously, we've got some weight being carried through the shoulders. Ideally, it's more through the shoulders than the neck. We're letting the blood drain down from the legs down into the throat area. It's very powerful for the throat chakra. The breath is steady. She's reaching through. There's numerous variations that could be done. For now, now we'll just breathe in the shoulder stand. And one more breath in shoulder stand, reaching through, keeping the shoulders under the whole while. And then she'll release her legs over toward the plow. Now some of you could have the feet up just a little bit up if your hamstrings are tight. You see the beautiful length of Ki's spine as she's in the plow position. The low back maintains its continual length. Most of you will interweave your fingers and walk the shoulders under. This mid-upper back is very strongly lifting. The low belly is very strongly lifting. So the low back is long. In the midst of this, you're still pulling the energy down into the throat chakra area. Another breath or two in plow. Plow is very calming for the whole nervous system. One more breath, reach through, and then we'll come slowly down onto our back. And as we come onto our back, rest and feel the good benefits for the throat chakra and other areas of the body.
Now from the clarity that we've gained through opening in the 5th chakra, we're going to shift into further inversion practice for the Ajna chakra of the 3rd eye. Bob's going to demonstrate the way to draw the energy upward through headstand. As he's working, he creates a headstand base with the elbows wrapped in, and as he's interweaving the fingers, he's placed his head right into the spot for that in his hands, resting, and then drawing upward with a slow, deep pike, reaching right through to the feet soles as he draws his way upward, allowing all this energy to translate now through the throat chakra and into the crown. Towards the crown, we're going to then shift, as Bob's able to, into a broader base with the forearms, and he'll press and lift up into forearm stand. You may wish to practice these two positions at the wall, and it may be the case that you have a preference for either headstand or forearm stand just now, and as such, utilize your own internal guidance to the best of your ability to come into the inversion with your intention set on helping to open that 3rd eye chakra. One more breath here, and as Bob's able, we'll slowly come on back down, and you will too. Take a pause again in a prayer position. And once you've recovered from that work, we'll call upon these energies as we shift yet again into a complete chakra meditation. And now, having charged your chakras with energy from the asana flow, we find our way into a seated position. Doing so, align your chakras to the best of your ability, calling upon your muscular engagement to draw the spine up into its neutral position. Seated on a cushion if you might need to, or even up against a wall so that your back has support. We'll shift into awareness of the chakras initially through some pranayama practices. Inhaling through both nostrils and exhaling slowly, again contracting from the abdomen to support your way in this active exhalation. Twice again like this. Inhalation lengthening through, and exhaling, maintaining the long, tall spine. Yet again, inhalation, and exhaling, and now inhale to shift into Bhastrika breathing. Inhalation, and then expelling the breath through both nostrils. Contracting back within the abdomen, helping to discharge any unwanted energies from the solar plexus chakra in such a way that we're able to draw in more light energy to filter through our entire chakra system. Another 10 expulsions like this. And exhaling, as you inhale to lengthen through the spine, retain the breath, again calling upon Mula bandha as we initially established it in our focus in the 1st chakra, and observing as you do the energy as it rises right up through the long, tall spine. But it may be the case that you're experiencing energy blockage along one or another particular chakra And as such, we can call upon that awareness later as we shift into more specific chakra meditation. For now, as you exhale, send energy to that area that might have experienced blockage for further clearing. And a second round like this. Inhalation, lengthening through the spine. And exhaling, expelling the breath. Calling upon the musculature of the abdomen to constrict backward within, helping to clear out tensions in the low back and low belly. And in this way, further discharging any energy that's been unwanted or untoward at the level of the solar plexus. A last 10. Exhaling. And we'll inhale to lengthen through. And retaining the breath. Again, with the engagement of Mula bandha, you can observe that energy drawing all the way up to the crown of the head. As you do so, you may wish to further engage Jalandhara bandha with a gentle tucking of the chin inward in the chin lock to draw the energy all the way upward. If that assists you in clearing further experiences of blockage, it's worthwhile. Using your exhalation to further clear anything that you experience that's no longer wanted. And from here, allow the breath to shift into its own neutral breathing to experience the effects.
And now we're going to specifically work on one chakra into the next, and then put it all together. Muladhara Chakra, your root chakra, very base of the pelvis, in the coccyx region of the spine, the remnant of the tail. Feel that you can ground down. Now there's an energy that comes from the earth, a telluric energy. It's a magnetism that comes from the earth. You can let polluted magnetism go down into the earth as you exhale. Now as you inhale, draw a pure form of telluric energy, earth magnetism up into the root chakra. Inhale, draw it in there. The color is red with the root chakra. Exhale, reground back down, send polluted magnetism down. Twice more like that. Inhale, draw magnetic energy from the core of the earth up into the root of the spine. Hold the energy in there for a moment. Open that root chakra. Exhale, empty. Polluted magnetism goes down. It's released. That first chakra then is able to receive pure magnetism up. Inhale. And now move it up to the upper portion of the sacrum, second chakra. First chakra would be more the earth energy, second chakra water energy. Exhale, send the energy out the legs now. It's kind of a watery flow of energy out. Now in the root of the second chakra, Svadhisthana, we have the Kundalini energy. Inhale, draw into the core of the upper part of the pelvis. Feel that area. Start to apply the Mula bandha a little bit. Contain the energy in there. And then on the exhale, let it release out through the legs. More of a flowing kind of energy. So this deep pocket of energy opens. Inhale, draw in. Apply Mula bandha for just a moment. And then exhale, the Mula bandha is released. The energy goes out through the legs and out. Now bring that first, second chakra energy up to third chakra. Inhale, draw up into Manipura chakra, the third chakra. Here we're going to spend a little more time in the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh chakras. Third chakra is a tremendous inlet for prana, upper lumbar area of the spine. The color of the second chakra was orange. The color of this chakra is yellow or golden. Feel a golden kind of prana coming in from all directions into your third chakra. As you feel that third chakra, feel it from all directions, from below you, from above you, from in front of you, from behind you. Feel that area, let it expand. Feel like a room that's opening, a center that's opening. And now as you feel that opening, feel that the internal organs have more space. The lumbar spine gets support. Now this chakra has to do with the elemental energy of fire. As we're in the third chakra, just close your eyes and feel like you're going into a cave, and in that cave there's a fire. That fire is a fire of purification, burning the impurities of the third chakra. We hold all kinds of stored issues in the third chakra area, low back issues, internal organ issues. As this third chakra opens, the issues of the third chakra also release. Feel the prana coming in and opening, the flame in this inner cave being fanned, the flame of purification opening your third chakra, this fire energy opening. Now we're going to go with a breath where you inhale into third chakra and then bring it up to the fourth chakra and then send it out the fourth. The third chakra is especially good as an inlet for prana. So now as you exhale, just let the prana filter all through the third chakra, low back area. Now as you inhale, draw prana in from all directions into the third chakra, fanning that internal flame, then bring it up through the low rib cage. Now into the heart chakra, anahata chakra. The elemental force is air. Now as you open that heart chakra, it starts to open, send the air energy out, send that elemental energy out through your chest and back and arms. Inhale, the prana comes in. As the prana comes into third chakra, now move it up to the heart chakra. As the heart chakra opens, it turns into a subtler kind of prana, kind of like light, an airy kind of light. Exhale, that light goes out through the heart chakra, through your low back, through the whole back, through your arms. It's an outlet for energy. Your heart starts to open. You start to come to a transpersonal place, beyond the person, beyond the ego, where it's an openness to all that is. You start to feel connected to the whole of life through your heart chakra, through the energy of the heart chakra, through the light of the heart chakra, through the force of the elemental force of the air of the heart chakra. Now inhale, draw into the prana of the third chakra, bring it up to the heart chakra, open the heart chakra, feel the anahata chakra open. Now feel the spaciousness of that heart chakra, and exhale and send it out. Now as you send it out, connect into friends and other beings that you would like to connect this light of the heart chakra to. Inhale. Draw the light now directly into the heart chakra. Feel the heart chakra opening. Like a miniature sun in there opening. Your heart is opening. You can include more and more people, more and more beings in your heart as it opens. Feel the all-inclusiveness of this unconditional love that you can open to as the heart chakra opens. Feel that nice expansion of it. Now from the heart chakra, we're going to move up into the throat chakra, Vishuddha chakra. Subtler version of the light is an ether. The elemental force is ether. Draw into the throat chakra. Your chin is in slightly. Jalandhara bandha gently drawn in. Imagine that the neck vertebrae lengthens. Imagine that at the very base of the brain, it connects in with the neck vertebrae. That base brain opens. Take the base of the tongue back in your throat. Your ears more or less turn back. Visualize like your eyes turning back. Think that you're going back into like a cave. That you're opening up to the quietness of the throat chakra. From within the throat chakra, we have an inner vibration that occurs, the Om current. The Om current comes pouring through. The Om current is the subtle vibration behind the whole of life. The heart chakra color was green. The throat chakra color is blue. Feel this deep withdrawing back into the throat chakra as the throat chakra opens and the Om current begins to become accessible. Creative imagery may also come out of this. Throat chakra is very powerful for opening up to the creative imagery that flows from your innermost self. Feel either the vibratory energy of the throat chakra or the inner creativity that can come as the throat chakra opens. Eventually we're able to speak our truth. Now we're moving up 2 more stages. From the throat chakra, open up to the center of the brain, the root of the third eye, the Ajna chakra. exit point of the Ajna chakra is just above the point between the eyebrows. It goes out, and it's a penetrative kind of quality to the third eye, the single eye that looks through what appears to be reality, and we find deeper reality. That's the outgoing energy of the third eye. The incoming energy of third eye is receiving intuition, receiving knowledge, receiving innermost guidance from your highest self. At this point, let's withdraw back inside between the two ears, going to the root of the third eye, as if there's a tiny violet flame in there. Color of the sixth chakra, the Ajna chakra, is violet. Feel this violet flame inside. Imagine like a dripping of a candle wax. That dripping is like the endomorphine secretion of the third eye. It's a secretion of the pituitary pineal gland that drips down the throat, opening the throat chakra all the more. At the same time that that dripping is occurring, you have energy rising through the flame, the innermost flame that goes up through the crown chakra. The sixth chakra is in the middle of that. You're opening up to this inner vision that you can find. It's an inner seer that opens. A new kind of wisdom comes through. The guru that resides within comes through as the sixth chakra opens. You see that which transpires behind that which appears. Now as that third eye starts to open, then bring that energy up to the crown chakra, the Sahasrara Chakra, the thousand-petaled lotus of light. This is white light that opens up. So as all the chakra energies from the low chakras come up, rise up, rise up, rise up, then finally the crown chakra opens. As the crown chakra opens, we connect into pure divinity, to spirit, to God. The thousand-petaled lotus of light includes all the colors, includes all the chakras, includes the whole of life, includes the beings of light who exist in the spheres of light. Open up to your inner radiance of the crown chakra. Feel that the crown chakra is like a halo above your head that opens. This halo expands. You expand into the halo of the crown chakra, the thousand-petaled lotus of light. Open up and feel this wonderful energy of the crown chakra. As you're expanding up, feel that you are a magnificent being of light, able to connect in with all beings of light who have ever come to the planet.
Allow yourselves to bask in this connection in the light, to all beings of light, to all that is light, to all that has ever been light. Experiencing this fullness and sensing the fullness that the fullness comes from. We know that even as we offer outward this fullness, all that remains is still fullness. As it is spoken in the Upanishads, so it is our experience here and now. Now as we begin to draw this energy downward and inward, you may wish to take the hands upward to the crown of the head, as if you could physically allow a greater space to happen in that crown chakra. To draw this light energy inward, to pour it in through the crown so that it can begin to filter downward through each chakra, one stage at a time, pausing with any particular needs that you might have. And in doing so, drawing in the white light, helping you to heal any sense of doubt about the true nature of your origins. Heal yourself into a wholeness of understanding that you are divine. You come from divinity, and as such, this divine light is your inheritance. Calling upon this light to heal you from any sense of isolation, from a sense of disconnection from truest, highest origins, and to reassociate yourself yet again with your roots above in the celestial light. course, this white light is comprised, rainbow-like, of all the prismatic colorations that we're able to see and experience here on the planet. As such, this light filters down into the level of the third eye chakra, and as it does, it is refracting that coloration of violet, helping you to heal from any state of confusion or distortion or lack of clarity, so that you are able to bring awareness into this third eye that is piercing, that is clear, that is even perhaps clairvoyant, in such a way that you might be able to intuit or be inspired to see through the guises in the realm of Maya, to see beyond the veil and into the true nature of that which you are contemplating. Staying within this focused visualization upon the third eye for as long as you may wish to, and its violet flame, and as you're able, you'll start to shift downward and into the level of the throat chakra, and with it, visualizing the coloration of blue. This blue light is very cooling and soothing, especially clearing out any sense of criticism of self or others, restoring the throat chakra to its right usage as a conduit of the ability to sing the praises of the magnificence of the Creator. Breathing in this blue light like the color of the ocean or the color of a clear sky on a cloudless day. Feel your way to soothe and heal and to cool any usages of the voice that have been unpraiseworthy, and instead finding your way to right use of voice. And in doing so, you can gradually allow your focus to come next into the level of the heart chakra. And at this level, seeing again the colorations, as Bob had indicated, of green, you may bring it to life within the heart as if you were gazing upon green foliage of your surroundings, or of that kind of foliage that is most heartening to you. Here in Bali, Indonesia, we have ample opportunity to focus upon the shiny green leaves of the palm trees, as well as grasses and flora that brings to our awareness the ongoing perennial nature of the heart, that unconditional, ever-blooming quality that brings life back to the grasses after long cold winter, and that here in Bali steeps us evermore in the beautiful radiance of the green filtration of the heart chakra, helping you to heal any senses of conditional love and the damaging experiences that that brings, and healing us into a wholeness of unconditional love. In doing so, we might shift further downward into the solar plexus and seeing in this area the golden light of the sun, healing us further from any sense of estrangement from our own sense of power, which is truly here and within. No longer seeking power from outside ourselves, nor sending power outward as if we could give it to others. Instead, finding a sense of balance of power within, right here and now, in such a way that we heal from any emotional disturbance or disequilibrium. Finding your way instead into a steadiness of a centered power that is of a divine nature. And as such, we may be able to shift downward further to draw this energy into our second chakra, helping to heal further any sense of sexual or creative, generative challenges that you may have experienced. Healing yourself with the coloration of orange, like a liquid orange juice that translates its way into light, to help to clear from your second chakra any senses of shame or exploitation, and instead rejuvenating this area that may have been maligned or misused again and again, and bringing your way into a greater sense of the use of this chakra in such a way that you can feel a juicy aliveness that truly wishes to contribute in a certain particular way that is in right alignment with that which is divine. And doing so brings us into a state of greater awareness into the root chakra as well, with its colorations of the red light, in which we might experience ourselves vital, healthy, and wealthy, experiencing abundance on the physical plane, as well as the wealth of our inheritance that is divine. Breathing in this rainbow coloration of light, in through the crown chakra, seeing with it the prismatic reflections of white into violet, into blue, into green and golden yellows, into orange, into red. Staying with the particular vibration of the coloration that you may be most in need of. And in doing so, you may now shift and come onto your back to allow some time for restorative, integrative practice. Some of you may wish to stop your DVD just here and now and to spend the time on your back in Shavasana, healing yourself more completely so that as you're able to, you can then re-establish your placement in the vertical. As you resume your DVD and you come on back up into the vertical position, you can join us for our closing. Pausing as you come on back up to, yet again, find your way into the vertical position. Notice the changes that have taken place in your body, mind, and your spirit from this practice today. And it is in gratitude to the path of Hatha Yoga that we offer our voices for such changes and those that continue to follow as we stay the course. Inhaling. Hari Om. Shanti. 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 Being the peace that we are deeply within, Joy Bhagwan. And Namaste.
Namaste.